Good afternoon. I'm Luke Swearingen, this is Savannah McCann, and this is Erica Fry, and this afternoon we're going to be telling you a little bit about Emil Durkheim. This is Mr. Durkheim here, pictured towards the end of his life. He was born April 15, 1858, and died on November 15, 1917.
Early life. Born on April 15, 1858, David Emile Durkheim was a revolutionary French sociologist. He was born in Lorraine, France, to Milan and Mose Durkheim. His father had been a rabbi of Epinal since the 1830s and was also chief rabbi of the Vausage and Haute-Lorraine. His grandfather and great-grandfather was also rabbis, and for a short time it was expected that young Emile would follow in their footsteps, and a great part of his early education was spent in rabbinical school. This would not last long, as when he left for Paris, Emile would leave the Jewish faith completely.
In his education, Durkheim studied at the Collège d'Épinal and was an excellent student, even skipping 2 years of school. He obtained his baccalaureate in letters in 1874 and science in 1875. He went on to compete in the Concours General and stood out alongside all the other competitors. After leaving school, Durkheim left for Paris and to study at the École Normale Supérieure to become a teacher. While there, he went through several hardships before being admitted to school. His father fell ill, and he often worried about his family's financial security. He was completely alone and without a dime in Paris. And while he excelled in scientific studies, he struggled with the Latin and rhetorical work he had to do to gain admission into this prestigious school. Finally, after 2 failed attempts in 1877 and 1878, respectively, Durkheim was admitted to École Normale Supérieure near the end of 1879.
Durkheim had many different beliefs and theories that he developed throughout his life, and he focused greatly on the structure of society, how they evolved, and how they functioned. His theories differed from other sociologists at this time, and that his theories focused more on the external rather than the internal. Durkheim believed that collective consciousness, values, and rules are critical to a functional society, and created the theories of functionalism and the division of labor.
Functionalism. The concept of functionalism focuses on societal balance and the status quo. If something happened to break the order of society, then people must adjust and adapt to get back to homeostasis. According to Durkheim, society should be viewed as a giant piece of machinery, with every piece connected so that one part cannot function without the other. According to the beliefs of functionalism, then if one piece changes, it affects on all of society.
An example of this. A common example used to show this concept is the public school education system. Public education is provided for children. The children's family pay taxes to support public education, and the children go on to become working people who follow the law and pay taxes to support the state. In this system, if something were to go wrong and the child drops out and becomes a criminal, then, in theory, the school system will make adjustments to improve education and rehabilitate the criminals. Durkheim went so far to view crime and delinquent behavior as normal and necessary as part of society. He believed that crime would lead to civilization, to want to do something about the crime and make improvements to the system.
The division of labor. Durkheim's theory of the division of labor focused more on the shift from a simple society to a complex one. He believed that traditional societies were made up of people who were more or less the same in their beliefs, backgrounds, and values. Modern societies, he believed, were made up of the different parts, if you will, a complex division of labor, belief, and background. Traditional societies were a place where collective consciousness ruled, social norms were common, and social behavior was regulated. In Durkheim's view of modern society, there wasn't such a common consciousness, and the regulation of social behavior was less prevalent.
Durkheim's career. In 1896, Durkheim put aside his work on the history of socialism and devoted himself to establish a massive program of journalistic collaboration collaboration based upon a complex division of intellectual labor. In France, he founded the first social science journal, the Année Sociologique, in 1898 with the support of many young scholars and philosophers of the day. The Annie provided sociological literature and information on studies in other specific or specialized fields.
His works and writings. Durkheim wrote many books and essays throughout his life, but his four most known are The Division of Labor in Society, which was his first major published work and was actually his doctoral dissertation. In it, he described how social order was maintained in societies based on two very different forms of solidity, mechanical and organic, and the transition from more primitive societies to advanced industrial societies. The rule of the sociological method is considered the direct result of Durkheim's own earlier work, which establishes sociology as a major science of study and further explains what it means. Suicide, a study of sociology, is a more in-depth case study on why people kill themselves and the social forces that drive them to do it. The elementary form of a religious life analyzes religion and its role and influences on society.
While at university, there were two people who heavily influenced Durkheim, and they were Charles Bernard Renoir and Émile Boutroux. From them, Durkheim learned many different ideas and theories, including, but not limited to, rationalism, scientific study of morality, anti-utilitarianism, and secular education. Many people's opinions vary on whether or not he was very influenced by his Jewish faith, and some say his work is very obviously a direct result of his Jewish upbringing, while others say that there is no way to truly find evidence of this in his life's work. Thank you.
Effects on society and importance. Durkheim is considered to be the founder of modern sociology. After his writings, people began to take the theories of sociology more seriously on a social science and serious psychological theory. After publishing his rules on sociological method, Durkheim developed the first European department of sociology at the University of Bordeaux in 1895. His suicide essay is considered to be one of the most influential in statistical analysis, even by modern science and sociologists.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.